Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're here for some reality TV tea, then this might not be your video, because we're gonna talk about some tea, but it has to deal with me. So I have a big announcement. I am super excited. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you probably know, because I announced it a few weeks ago. I got so excited, I couldn't wait, but decided I wanted to wait until today to actually announce it to everybody else, to confirm it. But I am, hang on a second, pregnant. Look at all the pregnancy tests I have. So I took a pregnancy test like a month ago. I've been trying for like, I don't know, a couple months now or so. And I took one. It was positive. It's kind of falling apart. It's kind of hard to see, but there's 2 lines there. So I immediately freaked out and took a few more, and they both came up positive. These are like a week old though, so it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if you can see. Then you can see the 2 lines. And I took 2 more just to make sure I was sure. They both came up positive. And then I took another one. This one's a little better, so you can see the 2 lines there. So I am pregnant. I got so excited. I announced it on my Instagram, like on my stories. And I wanted to wait to announce it to everybody else till I actually saw the doctor. I went and had my first doctor's appointment today. And they had to draw some blood, do some tests, like test my blood, test my urine, make sure I don't have no urinary tract infections, and a few other tests. And I had to get a flu shot and stuff. I go back in 6 weeks, because I'm only 6 weeks right now, so they can't get a heartbeat or do an ultrasound yet. But here in 6 weeks, I'll be able to see the heartbeat. I'll be able to do an ultrasound, and hopefully around 4-ish, 5 months, I'll be able to find out the sex of the baby. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I have a 14-month-old daughter named Dream right now. And I've been wanting to have another baby for a while, but my sister's been struggling with getting pregnant for like the past few years. And I didn't want to like get pregnant again. I felt like it'd be rubbing in her face when she's been struggling so much. So she's been trying for years. She finally got pregnant a couple months ago, and as soon as I found out, sat down and talked to her, and I said, look, I really want to have another baby. I want my daughter to have a sister or brother that's just as far apart in age as you and me are, because me and my sister are a couple years apart, and same with my brother. And she said that's fine. And I said, well, I really don't want to take anything away from your pregnancy. I want all the attention to be on you, and because you know it's your first pregnancy and I want it to be special. And she said it was fine. So as soon as I found out she was pregnant, I tried, and like I swear, like the very first time I tried, I got pregnant. I got an ovulation test and all that, so we like knew the times when I was ovulating. I'm super, super excited. Like, this pregnancy is going to be so different because I have one former child, and I didn't find out I was pregnant till 6 months. I know that sounds crazy, but my periods were irregular, and I didn't start showing until 6 months. It wasn't until I started having milk come out of my nips at 6 months, and I Googled it, and I was like, what will make your milk come out of your nips besides being pregnant? And nothing came up. It said, yeah, bitch, you're pregnant. So found out I was pregnant when I got tested, and then my daughter ended up coming like 9 months later at like 7.5 weeks. So alright, quick correction. As I was editing this video, I realized I said she came at 7.5 weeks. I meant she came 7.5 weeks early. And I'm gonna go see a high-risk doctor and all that, because I am gonna have a high-risk pregnancy with me. I am gonna have a high-risk pregnancy because I had an emergency C-section when my daughter was born. I'm trying to work on finding the hospital I want to have my daughter at, because here's the thing. Okay, so I was going to this one hospital in Kansas City called Truman. And when I was in labor, I was in labor for 13 hours with my daughter I have now. And I was in labor for 13 hours at home. I didn't realize I was in labor. And like, I was in a lot of pain. I was crying, but I just thought, okay, you know, I'm 7 months. I really haven't felt much pain in my pregnancy, so this is just probably pain, but it got so bad and overwhelming. After 13 hours, I finally went to the ER. I couldn't make it to the hospital that I had been seeing, so I had to go to this research hospital. And the research hospital I originally was going to, but the people were so freaking rude there, I transferred to this other hospital. And so I couldn't make it to the other hospital I transferred to, so I ended up having to go to the hospital where the people were rude to me at. As soon as I walked in the door, my water broke and I had to have an emergency C-section. It was a terrible experience because my fiance dropped me off And he was like, well, should I wait around for her? Can I wait? Like, is she going to be going into labor? And they're like, no, go ahead and go home. We'll call you later. And he pulled off and started to go home. And not even 10 minutes later, they're like, you're having an emergency C-section right now. And I tried to call him, and he turned around, was there in 5 minutes, and they wouldn't let him come back. So I had no one there with me when I had my C-section. And it was just such a terrible, traumatizing experience. All the nurses were super rude. And like in the NICU, and my daughter was in the NICU for 3 weeks. And it was just one thing after another. And those times in your life are really important. Like right after you have your baby, that really, your experience in the hospital and your experience in the NICU can really make or break those days right after you have your baby when it comes to your happiness. And it was so freaking bad, and I was so traumatized. So I told myself I'm not going back to this hospital again. So I found the best rated hospital in my area, like the next closest one. Like the last hospital I was supposed to go to. Okay, so research the hospital I delivered to, which was the first hospital I was going to until I transferred, is only 10 minutes away, and the other hospital is 30. So I found another hospital that's like 15 minutes away, and I'm really hoping I have a girl, but I'd be open to anything. I mean, I kind of want a boy at the same time to mix it up because I already have a girl, but I already have girl stuff, and I know they'll be so close having 2 girls so close in age. But the only thing is, I found like this hospital that's only like 15 minutes away from me, and it's like one of the best rated hospitals in the area. It's like 3, all the hospitals in my area are like 2.5 or 3. This hospital is like 3.1, and I was going through the reviews. I saw like 5 or 6 reviews of people talking about how they got the circumcision wrong on their son. So it's like, if I have a son, I'm almost really scared to have this baby at the hospital that I chose this time. I'm going to have to really sit down and talk to them about it. And I even brought it up to my mom, how I was concerned with the reviews, because 6 times you messed up 6 circumcisions. Like, I know there's going to be bad nurses everywhere. There's a lot of people also complaining about the nurses. But when I looked at all the other reviews from other nurses, a lot of other hospitals had similar complaints. But I didn't see a lot of other hospitals with as many complaints when it came to the circumcision as that hospital did. So I actually told my mom about it, and she said, oh yeah, they did that to your brother when I had your brother. And my brother doesn't know, so hopefully he doesn't see this video. Shh. But shh. But they didn't circumcise my brother, right? And my mom has no idea that he ever grew out of it because she didn't tell him. And they tried to talk her out of circumcising my brother, and they finally did, but they barely cut anything off. My mom's like, I want him to have a normal circumcision because it still looked like he was uncircumcised with the little amount that they cut off. And he's like, no, and you shouldn't even circumcise your baby anyways. And he was like talking down to my mom for circumcising my brother. And so they told her to come back in 6 weeks and they would cut the rest off. She came back in 6 weeks. They said it was still healing, so she'd have to come back another 6 weeks, and she came back in another 6 weeks, and they told her that it had been too long, that they couldn't go back and do anything now. So I'm really, really scared about that I do have a boy. That's my only fear. I really hope everything with this pregnancy goes really smooth. I was really wanting to wait till like 4 months, because after you make it past like 16 weeks, typically you make it past like the miscarriage period. But I just got so excited. I really wanted to share with you guys. Overall, I'm only 6 weeks pregnant. The baby was conceived 2 days before Christmas Eve on December 22nd, and my due date is September 14th. And I'm just so excited. I'm really overwhelmed because I'm gonna have 2 babies under 2 at once. But I don't think it's gonna be a big deal when the second baby's born, like the first year. I think it's gonna be really stressful when my daughter's 3 and this baby's 1. That's when they're both going to be up and active. But at the same time, babies are such a blessing, and now they have a little buddy. Like, they don't really, and with my sister being pregnant, that's going to be their first cousin that's nearby, because none of my family's close with the rest of my family. And then her dad's side, they all live really far away, so she's never met them. They live across the country. So I'm just really excited that they're gonna have some little cousins, and my daughter's gonna be a big sister. When I told her, she's 14 months, so she don't really understand. I wish I would have got it on video, but I was like, "You're gonna be a big sister," and she started clapping. And I know she doesn't understand me, but she just saw I was excited, so she got excited too. It was so cute. But I know she's gonna be a great big sister. But overall, I haven't really been dealing with too much. I knew I was pregnant when I started to get stomach pains, and I started to get really sensitive to smells, like super sensitive. Like I feel nauseous if I smell something like too strong. So I took a pregnancy test and found out I was pregnant. And besides that, everything else has been good. But like after 2 weeks, I had morning sickness. Like, it wasn't morning sickness, it was like in the middle of the night. I woke up and just started getting sick. So besides that, everything's been fine, but I have had some severe nausea. Like, okay, you know when you don't eat? Say you don't eat for all day, and then you finally eat, and you're so freaking hungry, and you just want to devour the food, but you're so hungry you feel sick, so when you try to eat the food, your body almost rejects it, and you can't swallow it, like you almost gag. That's how I've been feeling with all food for like the past week. As soon as I smell it, or as soon as it gets in my mouth, no matter how good it tastes, I instantly gag, and it's so hard to swallow it and keep it down. So they gave me some medication I'm going to start on today. They gave me some medication for the nausea. They also gave me some prenatals, and I got some vitamin B6 tablets I'm going to start on today. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. I don't know why I felt like so inclined to share with you guys. I know a lot of you guys really ain't going to care, but I just feel like I was just so excited, and I want to share my excitement with you guys. And also, you know, I know there may be days where I feel really nauseous, or it may be too hard to upload a video, but I'm still going to be uploading every single day. But if I do miss a day, you guys know why. It's probably because I'm not feeling 100%. But I'm super excited and super grateful for all of you guys, because of you guys, I'm able to do what I do and be a YouTuber and stay home with my daughter and be a full-time mom, and I couldn't ask for anything else. So thank you guys so much for giving me that opportunity. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to have another kid and stay home with them full-time and be there for them. And it's just such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I just hit 1 year on YouTube like a week ago, and we're like almost at 20K in a year. It's so insane. I'm just so grateful, and I love you guys all so much. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I did have a few people ask me about a baby registry. I will try to start one. I'm not going to put a lot on it because I don't know the sex of the baby yet, but it might have like diapers or something. But I don't know, I might make some update videos or something, but I haven't made a baby registry yet, but it'll be coming soon. So thank you guys for listening and watching. Bye guys, have a good, oh, and also I was supposed to interview Ty today. So I got an interview when I was on my way home from the hospital, and I was going to interview Ty in 45 minutes, and I got a email from producers, and they told me that Ty had an urgent matter come up, and she wasn't able to do it. They asked me if I can do it tomorrow, but tomorrow my fiance works all day, so I'll have no one to watch my daughter, and I'm not going to have my daughter there while I interview her because that's unprofessional. So we're going to try to do it Friday, hopefully if it works with her schedule. So I will keep you guys posted on that, but it sounds like it's going to work out. We just got to figure out which works best, that aligns with both times that work best for the both of us. So that's it, guys. Have a good day.